Alright. Here we are with this. I know I did a part of Shin Megami Tensei 5, and I know for certain I will do it again, but I wanted to do some more of this. This game has just been living in my head rent-free, as the phrase goes. So yeah, here we are. I don't even remember what I was going on last time, because it's been so long since I was on here. Okay, I had pretty much completely and utterly dismantled Titus Hardy's demeanor. Like, I just completely dismantled it. Get the whole story from Titus. Confront Classier with Hardy's story. Report back to Joyce. Oh yeah, because we got the lowdown on the drug trade in the Union. So that's something. Actually, let's do that first. Let's go get the full deal on what Joyce may know about the hanging, because it seemed the other thing that we learned was that the mercenary that was hung in the back of the Warling's kitchen or area was dead before they hung him, which makes sense because his hands weren't tied.
Yes? What is it?
So, yeah, essentially we found out that the mercenary was indeed killed by something else and the hanging was post-mortem, which I also found out that I would have been able to get if I had made that perception check when I was investigating the body. But sadly, I didn't make it, and I didn't have access to a fridge to store the body in. So, yeah, variably shot in the foot, so to speak. But yeah, so far things are going good. I hope all of you are doing all right. I'm okay. You know, things are fine. Just taking things as they come. For Americans, Thanksgiving is coming up soon, so that's something. Although sadly, it's just probably going to be only me and my family, no guests or anything, because my little brother tested positive. So, yeah. Like, at the time of this recording, but I'm sure he'll be alright. We're all fine. We're just quarantining right now. It is what it is.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Alright, drug trafficking.
Until you come up with something at that intersection, I'm afraid
She simply nods.
Do I not have...
That's the man who was killed. Better not tie the forestay to the backstay on this. I hope there is something else. Yes, my eyes on the harbor have sent word to that effect. What have you discovered?
Wait, where exactly are these eyes of yours?
It doesn't really matter. And I do apologize for the surveillance. Wild Pines can't afford to be blind at a time like this.
One of the tall buildings overlooking the roundabout, most likely.
Yeah.
That would give them a read on the entire quarter.
I mean, it's hard to not notice whenever somebody smashes in the window of a truck.
In any case, it's a relief to know someone has looked into it. If I may ask, will there be an official investigation? I assume you discovered there is an operation.
The lieutenant is about to interject. Cut him off. This decision should be yours.
We already have our hands full, and I still have the Insulindian Phasmid to look into. Let the lieutenant handle it.
If there is an investigation, it will be part of an ongoing operation, subject to confidentiality. I am sure you understand.
Of course, detectives. In any case, you've held up your end of our arrangement. I trust you with the rest. Now it's my turn. I wouldn't normally break protocol like this, but the situation demands it. If you don't solve this murder, I'm afraid we may have a bloodbath on our hands.
What was that about a bloodbath?
Yes. I'm afraid this strike may descend
she
into a
already knows.
small-scale civil war, with possible consequences for all of Rivershoal West.
Since you are sharing, ma'am, this is also the RCM's worst-case scenario.
Then we're on the same page, as grim as it may be.
Yeah, Everard even said that he's prepping for a war. I've already heard about a connection between the lynching and the strike, but I need your testimony.
I have an indirect role to play, I'm sad to say. My employer experienced a momentary lapse of faith in me. In that moment, they elected to deploy a private military contractor as an insurance measure. They called it my security detail.
So that mercenary is part of her bodyguard and Lapson's faith?
They were dispatched after I relayed the Union's initial offer.
Wait, also, I think I just got a level up. I did. Okay. Good. Good. And have the empathy check. Can't do that. Can't do that. Can't do that. I'm not gonna do that because Silang is cool. A cell, I already got the lowdown on her cohorts. Barred door? But I already, wait, no, that was a pain threshold, was it? There's the bar bell, but barred door? I don't remember a barred door. Savoir faire, reaction speed, and Suna's logic program. Oh, right, the logic was to develop a theory as to why we suddenly almost collapsed an entire church. And sadly, we can't talk to Rene anymore because he's dead. He apparently died at some point, so I can't do the composure check. I wish they would develop a. If there was anything that I could probably say the game might need, I'd recommend an update to have the game display which speech checks or which checks are now impossible to do, or which ones you might have like completely and utterly passed up. Like all of the white checks that are here, because not all of these I even have access to anymore because Rene is dead. Samurai and Butter thing that got cleared out. Let's see, what was some of the other ones? The physical check for the sleeping dock worker. I can make that one. That one's not needed anymore. Classier. I think this trash container one is not needed anymore either. Neither's the Acel one. I don't remember what the hell the cockatoo one was. Washerwoman, that doesn't be needed anymore because I already forged the signature. Yeah, that's kind of it. If there's any kind of recommendation I can make in regards to updates, it would be to find a means to just label which checks are impossible to do or are now blocked out. Like maybe have a line through them or something. I don't know. I'm not a game designer. That's just my opinion, man. Well, that's just like my opinion, man. Alright. And I only have one space left for a thought, so I'm not going to waste it. As for what stat to boost, I have a lot of space for points in savoir faire.
Every worker...
A member of the board.
A member of the
I
board.
tried to convince my employer it was simply a piece of rhetoric or a joke. They did not appreciate the humor.
Yeah. Do you need a security detail?
Absolutely not. These mercenaries are muscle, pure and simple. They are meant to intimidate the Union into surrendering.
Who are they, exactly?
Crenel, an Oranese military company. As far as I know, 3 arrived in Martinez. They report to me sporadically, but they do not answer to me. To be frank, our relationship is deteriorating.
One of them is dead, so I imagine that indeed is a harsh hit to the morale.
They wear ceramic armor, have semi-automatic weapons, and years of combat experience. They also have trauma and stressor disorder, and no idea how to conduct themselves in an urban civilian environment.
Oh. Oh.
So, what happened?
So they're trauma and stressor. So they just got PTSD. They have diagnosed PTSD mercenaries that have no clue how to interact with civil environments. Jesus Christ. Wow, it is kind of like the book First Blood.
The story is, one of them, the Colonel, I don't know his real name, sexually assaulted a local woman while he was drunk and separated from his unit. This allowed some of the more militant Union members to subdue him. He was taken out behind the whirling in rags and lynched last Sunday night.
And due to Titus Hardy's story, that's not entirely true.
Nothing. Mr. Clare refuses to let me into the harbor. I have not been able to discuss this matter with anyone there. The remaining 2 Crenell contractors carry out their orders, for now.
For now?
It's a smokescreen. In secret, they are conducting an independent military tribunal into the lynching. Once this investigation is concluded, executions will follow.
Oh. Oh. Yikes.
What is the nature of this so-called investigation?
Whether to execute one, some, or all of the Union militants.
Gee. Oh. Okay. Snowy setting fitting for the weather. You're a luckier person than me, Combo, because I want it to snow, but it's been like mid-50s to like high 40s for the past few weeks, and I enjoy it, but I'm ready for some cold, man. It's not snowing, it's just freezing. Ah. Yeah, the coldest we had was, I think the one day of snow we got was in like mid-October. So that's kind of all it's been. Also, how you doing, Combo? You've made a mess here.
It was the Union who strung him from that tree. My hope is that you provide a single concrete suspect before Crenell indiscriminately pick theirs. Simply put, if you don't pin this on someone good and do it fast, they will identify and execute everyone present at the lynching. This in turn will force the Union to respond.
They would have to project strength and power.
Jesus. Glad to hear you're doing good, man.
The Debardeurs have over 2,000 men. It will be 1,000 to 1.
Have you ever seen a hornet invade a beehive, Lieutenant? It's not pretty.
The Seraï's giant hornet, the world's second largest insect, can kill 40 honeybees a minute, while a group of 30 can decimate an entire hive of 20,000 bees in less than 4 hours.
These men work in tandem using semi- and fully automatic firearms. Their armor is virtually impenetrable to muzzle-loaded weapons, even yours. Most Union workers don't have guns at all. As I said, a bloodbath.
I mean, shit, yeah, So essentially, when one of their PMC people got killed, the rest of the people in this military contractor was like, oh, okay, how about we decide, like, unless somebody specific is pointed out within this allotted time, if we find a victim, we will destroy them. God damn, that is brutal. Isn't this a pretty bleak scenario you're describing? I think the confrontation is inevitable.
It doesn't have to be like this, Lieutenant W. Frater Dubois. One single concrete suspect delivered into civil court, and I may be able to defuse this situation.
So a concrete sucks. Well, you can tell me about Crenell.
Not much. Their public resume is relatively good, as far as private military contractors go. I believe they were once called Downwell. They boast a long list of clients: Saint-Baptiste, Welchman Lorenz, Eendracht. A warning sign, however. The operations concerned all take place in third or fourth world countries. Guarding facilities, escort missions, and such.
Meaning they're used to operating in war zones.
Oh, and Revachol was a war zone, but all it is just a bombed out, broken to shit place.
Yes. All the good conflict corridors, Supramundi, Yesut, the Seminese Islands, countries that don't have a good record reporting atrocious military conduct on their soil.
Okay, anything else you got on them?
Sadly, no. Before this happened, I had little interest in them. Now that I do, I don't have the resources.
Wow. Well, this was certainly a way to start the stream off.
If you still have access to the ICP's database, you could run a better background check than I ever could. It may take some time, though.
Do you know a lot about the inner workings of the RCM and the ICP, ma'am?
In my line of work, it pays to do your research. I was prepared to deal with the RCM. I did not think I'd be dealing with a group like Crenell.
Could you contact the company? Tell them to call them off?
I have. And they will. However, these orders take time to reach what is basically a rogue unit out in the field here.
Oh, no.
Until they do, it's all on us.
You said the deceased assaulted a woman?
Or he didn't. This is information passed on to me from some teenagers loitering around the canal. I cannot testify by it.
Oh, wait. Was it pissed and fuck the world?
The remaining contractors.
Oh.
Their tribunal. It's what they believe.
What did these teenagers by the canal say?
That the man was killed because he assaulted a local woman. I've asked around a bit. This seems to be the accepted story around Martinez.
This does not come as news to us, but still. To your knowledge, where did this assault take place, if you know?
Last Sunday night, at the Whirling in Rags, the hostel by the gates. Supposedly, the colonel was drunk, maybe on narcotics too. Either way, he's alleged to have sexually assaulted a woman. Sometime later, a group of dock workers got their hands on him.
I know the woman you're talking about. We have it under control.
Good. Then you've made progress. It's imperative that you move fast. The tribunal will not be patient.
Did this colonel... Also, why the fuck is colonel not spelled with an R? English language is fucking weird. This colonel, the one who was hanged, did you know him?
If you mean did I see him alive? Yes. But I did not know him.
His name
Lely.
was?
His service name. A nom de guerre, most likely. He wouldn't divulge his full name. Only one of them did. A bad sign if there ever was one.
Tell me about the others first.
One is a man. Corty, they call him. A nickname as well. The other a woman. Phyllis DePaul. Corty is the gunner, I believe. DePaul is a radio operator.
What would you say was his eye color, the deceased's?
She closes her eyes, trying to picture the man's face, then shakes her head.
I can't remember.
That's all right, ma'am. Anything else? Nationality? What would you say was his age?
He was 40. Or 50. It's hard to say which. He had a combat injury on his lower jaw. It made it difficult to estimate his age, or gauge his facial expressions.
This matches the dental reconstruction we saw on the body, and Glacier also mentioned it, I believe. What else? Nationality? Accent?
He was, Occidental, I think. Light brown hair, a mixed accent, Oranese, or Messinian, maybe. His injury gave him an accent all his own. In a way, it was humanizing. He had to learn to speak through it, through the injury. That's all I know, I guess. I only met him once.
All right. Where are the remaining two mercs now?
They've gone to ground, as it were. I don't recommend seeking them out. For one, they're almost certainly armed to the teeth. They don't have the same respect for the Revachol citizens' militia as I do. To put it bluntly, they think you're vigilantes. Ghetto savages. It will not be a fruitful meeting.
Oh, that's not a fun term to use, buddy.
Vigilantes. You're a professional officer of the only legitimate authority in Revachol.
Also, I goddamn leveled up twice? That was something. I don't have to scroll up to get through my quests anymore. Yes! Vigilantes? The RCM gets its authority from the Coalition. Where does theirs come from? Vigilantes, the RCM gets its authority.
Somehow, I doubt that lecturing them on the legitimate use of force will persuade them to stand down.
We still need to know where they are.
You're likely to run into them eventually.
Ha.
When that happens, I'll be in a better position to mediate if I don't appear involved.
Wow. Sent by the Pines. Clothing didn't fit right. Scab leader built like a brick. Yep. One of the mercs is disguised as... that. Is that the gunner or the radio guy, though? Anywho, it's a 97. Unless I get a critical failure...
One is obviously the scab leader at the harbor gates. The one chanting the idiotic slogans.
Yeah.
He's barely maintaining his disguise.
Yeah. If he's wearing a shirt that's about 2 sizes too small... yeah.
The other has a vantage point in a building south of the roundabout. They were keeping tabs on you while you were canvassing the lorry drivers.
One must be the goon in ill-fitting work clothes by the harbor gates, the scab leader.
That may be so. I still hope you heed my advice. There's no need to kick the hornet's nest.
I roundhouse kicked a 2-meter-tall racist. Do you think that I fear anything, Joyce?
For all your talk of averting this catastrophe, the situation at the gate is a powder keg. Does this not bother you?
Of course it bothers me, Lieutenant. But my hands are tied. How would my employer react if it appeared I were intervening on behalf of the Union?
Your concern may be appearances. Ours is keeping the peace.
You're not the one that's over by the dock doors. One is probably in a building overlooking the roundabout.
That would afford a good vantage point. In any case, it's practically inaccessible.
Where is your radio for contacting them, if I may ask? Do you have an earpiece?
Heavens no. I'm not an undercover agent. There's a shortwave at the ship's wheel.
I had another question.
I hope I can answer it better.
How much time do we have?
Until the executions start? Truthfully, I don't know. It depends on their progress identifying the members of the lynch mob, and their impatience.
They don't report their progress to you?
Not on this matter. I'm afraid they consider this a personal initiative.
Wow.
It's a matter of days, not weeks.
Okay.
I am sorry to have been the bearer of bad news.
Now can you
If
tell...
there is anything else I can help you with, please ask.
Now can you help with the tattoos?
Of course. Excuse my hesitation before.
She reaches over to the guard wire and takes the photo.
For about half a minute, in silence, she wears fingerless gloves. Her fingernails are cut short and fractured, like those of a working woman.
It was taken with a trigette not long ago. This is the man's upper body. There were no more markings on his hands or legs.
Stay quiet. Observe the woman's expressions.
Her mouth is relaxed. The accordion lines near her mouth vanish. The pearls of her eyes move slowly on the photo's surface.
What do you think?
Sorry. I was trying to see if I can read the web of interdependencies between these points. The stars. I can't. But that's how you read this story. The points themselves don't have letters, numbers, anything. Their size, location on the body, and distance from each other tells you what they represent.
I'm not gonna pretend I know what the fuck that means.
Port cities. On the oceans. This is an Oronese map of the waterways, a sailor's tattoo worn by wayfarers of the DeLorean century. As early as 300 years ago, the sailors would mark their bodies to map their travels.
Oh, so kind of like Prison Break, except that instead of tattooing it on your ass, you tattoo it on your chest. What is the use of this map?
The sailor's soul would use it to fly back home if they should die abroad. This is a sort of contraption to be reeled back in by. The silver cord, they would call it.
Where is he now?
This This one's going nowhere but the morgue. This one has flown quite far by now.
I would say he's near the Arcade Islands by now, ready to exit the Elysium and into the Pale, if I've read his home address correctly.
What travels did the dead man make?
Quite a few. Vredefort, the Oranese capital, traditionally stands on the right shoulder. He started somewhere near here, I think.
I gained another thought. What was it? Oh no, I've internalized date of birth generator.
What next?
Then he made his way to the Pretto Grande, through what I think must be the Stutz Canal, an artificial channel through the Occident. From the Pretto, he sailed to the Insulindic Ocean, first the Semines Islands, then this.
What's that?
Revachol. Those are the two constants. Vredefort on the shoulder, and Revachol in the heart. They started the tradition of these maps right after the discovery of Insulinde, at the dawn of the Interinsulary Age.
The old world passing by, and the new world already here.
You said you can't read it.
I can't. This man was no sailor, and these are no ports. I can understand geographic fragments, but not their meaning.
In Martinez looking into Krenel, he writes in one. Then the man puts down his pen and rubs his temples with both hands. Outside, there is a siren. Distant gunshots on the streets of the Jamrock Quarter.
This man is no brother of mine, but this is his service history.
That makes sense to me. We have no more use for a map of the waterways, just like we don't need sailors the way we used to. This is what the custom would morph into on the Occident. Mercenary tattoos.
Oh, that's really neat. Wow, that's actually a pretty neat idea. Have a sailor map essentially turn into a map of your service as a mercenary. That's actually kind of cool.
For all the boys looking for adventure, a blood spatter on the seas.
It's actually kind of cool sounding. Who could tell me more?
His platoon members? The other contractors. Though I do not suggest you go and show them that picture. This man was their friend and comrade.
Oh god, if I showed them the picture without having this conversation, I'm confident I'd get punched in the face.
Challenge accepted.
Fuck.
I say we do it.
You're right, not a good idea.
I am relieved you think so. I don't think deciphering that tattoo should come before public security.
That's all for the tattoos.
Is there anything else I can help you with? More lessons in base? Glad to have been of assistance. Of course. I am sorry to...
Date of birth generator.
Oh, that's creepy.
You were born in the year 07. In the last year of the commune of Revachol, right before it fell, in the old military hospital on the ground floor, where people usually came to die during a snowstorm. The revolution had about 1 year left to go, and the fires were still burning bright. There were explosions in the blizzard. This was 44 years ago. You are 44 years old. The bloating might never leave your face, but beneath it, you still have some years. You still have some hope.
Okay, so Harry's 44. Learning cap raised to 4. -1 difficulty to all physique passives. And there we go. And yes, we managed to get some good quests done. Also, I still have to ask Joyce
You're
about
back.
reality.
Good. More lessons in base. We're in Martinez. Martinez, you would be excused for not knowing about. I would be happy to. What is a preposterously expensive education for, if not sharing? What world?
The camera of her mind.
Great body. There is a term of Indian. Elysium. Not in this case.
The Confederate Republic of Mesk.
It isn't enough to call us animals. Even animals aren't animals.
What are animals then?
They're like you and I suppose. Living organisms don't identify with abstractions. Elysium is for particular beings.
This world does not deserve a term of endearment.
There are those who would call it a term of hatred that originates like let's. I am, after all, a bird? Some sort of krill hunter? No, wait. You're an ancient ruin. A symbol of hubris and decay. Half submerged in some salty sea.
Are you saying I'm ruined?
Of course you're not, my dear. I'm just terrible at guessing games. Of course. Ask me anything. The girl in the old lady rags. Looks like a yes, she prefers a fantasy world. Young people who... All right. What next?
Of course, no time for silly infracultures. There are...
Glad to have been of assistance.
I mean, that's all I could really do for the reality lowdown. I don't think there's anything else. Might not have missed anything. But yeah, I can talk to the mercenary guy that's out front at the harbor gates. I still have the phasmid defined. I'll go check on that, actually. Now, what I'm wondering is...
The note is written with a blue pen.
Already checked that. There. Okay. Now that I leveled up my composure, maybe I can try talking to the, to the he's so different man.
Hi again, Gendarme.
Better?
Bye-bye, Gendarme.
Do I have anything for composure? Composure. Hand-eye coordination. Half-light.
Hi again, Gendarme.
Better.
Could he be a member of the homosexual underground?
That's... wasn't expecting that word.
Yes, this man is definitely one of the homos. I've seen them homos with my own eyes.
Okay, physical instrument, how about you calm down?
Just pointing it out. We're not talking about some kind of cult with members here. You made it up.
I love even encyclopedia is just like, physical instrument, what the fuck did you just say? Are you a part of the homosexual underground?
The homosexual underground?
The smoker sits up immediately, his eyes wide with amused surprise. A honeyed smile lingers on his lips.
Why, yes I am, officer. Why? Do you want to investigate?
Yes, I want to hear about this homosexual underground you're a part of.
Oh, it's a pleasure group. A Sub Rosa pleasure group congregating in cellars under the cover of night. Saturday night. Sometimes even Friday night.
Why do you convene? What do you do?
Oh, we're ambitious. We want to destroy the last vestiges of meaning. The last things people in Revachol have to hold on to. The true symbols of security. The meaning of man and woman, mother and father. Their marriage. Everything will be constantly shifting and moving under our rule. The future will belong to a circus of identities just spinning around, surreal and unreal. You won't even know who you are anymore.
Does it have anything to do with disco?
Yes, we listen to a lot of disco. Some say we engineered disco to spread our vision of a vertiginous, ever-changing society, where all there is a razzle-dazzle of gold.
I feel like I'm listening to a diatribe from would it be Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas or more Eyes Wide Shut? This guy definitely seems like he would fit beautifully in Eyes Wide Shut.
We are going to change the family unit with all this razzmatazz and finger dancing. And with mysteries. Of course, the mysteries are also of sexual nature. Very esoteric.
I do like disco. Maybe I should get into it.
You can't just get into it. You have to be born into it. One is either already in the homosexual movement or forever excluded from it.
What if I can't remember whether I'm in it or not? What if I can't remember anything about my life aside from the fact that I like disco?
Beautiful. Beautiful. That's exactly what we're looking for. Who knows, maybe you were homosexual in the past. Maybe all of that has been repressed. I have to say that you do look like someone who might be part of the underground. You have that very distinctive, I can't understand what's going on here look.
This is going to be like a 20-hour mind project for me. 20 hours at least.
Absolutely wonderful.
A man like you can figure out his sexuality in a working day. It won't be 20 hours unless you want to enter the heightened realms of the phantasme erotique afterwards. It may be 20 hours or more, but that would be on your own time.
So...
Bye-bye, gendarme.
So this is essentially a thought that can... Wait, 8 hours? That's not that long. You see mysterious strangers in the night, leaning against unlit doorways, engaged in Wow, what is wrong with me? I cannot read. Okay. You see mysterious strangers in the night, leaning against unlit doorways, engaged in hushed conversations. I was so prepped to try and speak too. I'll just do what I can. A shadowy cabal exchanging looks, whispering in dark alleys and unmarked locales. A radical cell conspiring against the state, and perhaps even against man and woman. What was that? Was that a secret handshake? What's going on? Who are these secretive people? How will they accomplish their sinister, world-altering goals? And most importantly, are you one of them? You could. Maybe you forgot. Well, that's interesting. Alright, so... I was not expecting to get that from a fucking composure check. To be like, are you a part of it? Is this... God, I don't even know what I should say from that. That doesn't feel like I... God, that's... I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Alright, let's throw on some electrochemistry clothes and talk to Roy. If I can possibly get that check out of him. Can I? Policeman's cloak. What's that savoir-faire check for? Eh? That's weird. Reaction speed, composure. Nothing else I can really do for electrochemistry.
Hello again. How can I help you?
Strange tie incident. Do I not have any... Nah, it doesn't look like it. Alright. Well, in any case... But yeah, we managed to start it off with getting 2 levels. That's pretty good. I'm gonna check on all of the locusts. And after the locusts, I will try the savoir-faire check against Andre to try and teach him how to really dance.
The trap is full of...
Oh wait, I need to get my empathy glasses on. Just in case. Empathy glasses, where are you? There you are.
The trap is forth.
Alright, how are my stats actually? I'm really high on volition. And I don't feel confident enough to ask out Lilane here. Actually, I don't think I can even ask her out at this time. Can I?
Either she's gonna...
Why does she care about the waves so much?
Ah, shit. What is it with you and the waves?
What is it with waves and fishermen? We need to be out there with them, fishing, making a living. So I asked them to accommodate me. But until that happens, I can try to assist you the best I can. So, what will it be, officer?
From Hoodwinked to... Wait, Hoodwinked got a sequel? Or... It... What? Wait. Wait. Did Hoodwinked actually get a sequel, or is that a fan animation? Because if Hoodwinked got a sequel, how? God, I remember Hoodwinked. I remember being excited for that movie, but then when I actually saw it, I don't know. Yeah, it's called Hood versus Evil. Oh, wow. I didn't even know that existed.
A few locusts trudge along. Poor thing.
Nope, nothing there.
The trap is filled with dead. Poor thing.
On that. Yeah, sometimes the sequels for movies can get really odd. Like, I can rarely ever think of movies where a lot of the time their sequels end up coming together as a really well-done trilogy. Would be a good example of that. Methinks How to Train Your Dragon, that's a pretty good one. Also, my logic learning cap has increased. Maybe I can try giving Suna my theory. Toothless got a girl.
Just dead and dying locusts.
Oh,
and the
yeah,
slow
yeah.
swaying of surrounding reeds. Poor thing.
Still no Phasmid. That Phasmid is really stubborn. Maybe time passed. Maybe too much time passed and I can't get it. Wait, what's one clothing that is -1 to logic? Oh. Game audio overpowers your voice, by the way. Thank you for telling me, actually. I would not have guessed. Let me lower that a little bit. About half down. Or about there. Alright, did that fix it? Did that do it? Because again, I'm still getting used to stream elements. That fixed it? Good. Good. Because it's nice to learn these things as a small streamer. That way I can at least fix these problems where they come.
Oh, hey man, it's good to see you.
Higher quality audio, dance fever incoming.
Goodbye, officer.
God damn, what are my savoir-faire increasing clothes? Composure. Wow, is that the only bit of clothing I have that increases savoir-faire? Oh my god, it is. Not even my disco-ass blazer. Alright.
Oh, hey man, it's good to see you.
No,
Goodbye, officer.
I'm not trusting that. I will, though, trust more on my logic with Suna and her theory. No, this shit bops, yo. I've been listening to it for the past few years now.
Yes, what is it?
Oh, Jesus. Wow, all the hard checks are just coming up on me. But yeah, glad you're enjoying this music. The Nordic dance music. The true passion of love. Yeah, no. Nope, can't make any of the checks here. Like, if I'm in the single-digit percentages, I am not getting those checks. At all. Funny to see him in another animation. Who, Andre, the spiky-haired guy? I mean, I managed to get them in the church, so at least they're not cold. But yeah, it is funny to see them with different animations. Now then. Now that I got the lowdown from Joyce, let's talk to Classier about hearing from Hardy. Being like, hey, so apparently he was dead, like, before they hung him, and you were there? Like, what happened there? What happened at that point? So, let's check. And then I can probably poke the bear in regards to, the big mercenary dude that's trying to be a dock scab. And what kind of check was it to look into Classier's eyes? Was it volition? Or was it... Yes, it was. And I failed it the first time. Do I have any clothing for volition? I don't think I do. Esprit de corps, suggestion. The bolo. And I could try to attempt the Kuno check, but I really don't know if I'd be able to. I honest to Christ would not know. Alright. Let's talk to Classier. Because we also discovered that apparently the back room to the Whirling in Rags leads to a pinball workshop, which also leads into a side area that peeps into this bedroom. So, yeah.
It's always good to see you.
Something in her demeanor has changed. She's tired, consigned to her fate, to being here with you and what's to come.
Oh boy. The Hardy Boys told us what really happened.
I understand.
Just like that. No resistance. Her shoulders are slouched, her feet long and straight.
You don't look surprised. You were expecting this.
I knew there was a chance you'd get them to tell you. It's what you do. You're the police.
Whoop, whoop. That's the sound of the police.
For what it's worth, I'm sorry for wasting your time.
This is good. Clear the air first, between you two. Then move on to questions. Is it? Something is off here. Shush, I can't hear what you're saying.
I love that they actually can have a dynamic between them. Like, it's like your brain arguing with itself. Again, if... It is a lot like Inside Out. But, you know, with rhetoric and volition and savoir-faire and shivers.
Let the mist speak. She's tall and thin and tired. A twig trying so hard not to break.
Oh, physical instrument, shut up.
If you knew we would find out eventually, why did you waste our time?
Because of the Hardys. I couldn't just dispense with them. They were only trying to help me. Out of the shit I'd gotten into.
That's not a good enough reason. Cool, I'm satisfied with the explanation. See, now, as a cop, you would say that's not really a good reason, but best not poke this any harder.
I am not. There is more here, miss.
You're right. There's more.
More?
You answer to the coalition government, and by extension, the moral intern.
Briefly glancing over her shoulder to the sea, as she's done time and time again. A grand expanse of water reaches over the bay and to the horizon, golden grey in the noonlight.
What lies beyond it?
The Pearl, the Muindi Isola, the Occident, and then Oranje, the old, old world.
Is that why you're looking over your shoulder? You're afraid of the moral intern?
You share a database with them. You send people to their courts.
What's going on? What did you do?
Just business. But bad business for some people in the moral intern. If I show up in your records, officer, they will find me.
So they were lying about everything
will.
to protect her. Because she's got... Okay.
What happens if they do?
They will kill me, sir. If you file my name, take me in for questioning, enter me into the moral intern mill, well, then I'm fucked. For nothing. This murder didn't have anything to do with me.
Nothing to do with her? You'll be the judge of that.
What did you do to have these people after you?
It's not nice, but it's not illegal. Not here in Revachol, or even in Oranje.
What exactly did you do?
Industrial espionage.
Ah.
I joined a business collective with the intention of betraying them. I did my job well enough to be asked to do it again, with a bigger company. The kind you really, really don't fuck with. I took their ledgers, 2 decades worth of accounting.
Oh my god. Damn. Okay, when you go after a company's money and you genuinely fuck with their efforts, yeah, best way to destroy a company is go for their money. Don't go for their workers, don't go for their stores, go for their money.
I need the names of the companies involved and who hired you.
Like, when I obviously say go after the stores, I mean in the case of, like, boycotting and strikes and such, it's like, yeah, they are concerned with those, but let's just say closing down a store doesn't feel as significant as, say, their stocks going to plummet. I mean, why do you think Blockbuster's not a thing anymore?
The job was Lou's doing County Savings Bank. They sound small, but they're part of the Lou Scott conglomerate. That was the second job. The first was some printer company. You wouldn't know them. As to who hired me for the job, I don't know. But they're after me too, along with Lou Scott and their friends in the MI. Once you're done in the competitive intelligence circuit, you don't have allies. You're radioactive.
Yeah, so essentially, once you're involved in any of that kind of fucked up type business that can and likely has ruined people's lives, when you get out, you have to erase your life, essentially. Erase your existence. Or else you are going to be hunted. God damn.
Lowe's Cap. These people engineer financial disasters in second world countries. The conglomerate also includes the Bank of Consecration, Airbag, and the popular Papalolo line of dairy products.
Papalolo? I'm sure there are people who have done much worse than that. Serves them right. When I'm a king, this savings bank will be the first agent against the wall. You're right, this is bad. You've destroyed what people have built. That's a lot of shit you've gotten yourself into.
It is. Many people lost their jobs. Not just C-suite. Ordinary people. What I did to get to accounting, a lot of people got hurt. But that's just more of my shit you shouldn't have to deal with. You're solving a murder.
What happened here the night he died?
We were there. Together. In bed, I mean.
Tell me exactly what happened.
Okay. He was in a kneeling position. He had just entered me. I was on my back, looking at him. I heard the window behind me shatter, and I turned to look. There was a hole in the glass. I turned back to him. His eyes were looking through me, and his mouth was open. Dumb. I could see. I could.
A great pain moves through her, a dark and indefinite wave. She continues in spite of it.
I knew he was dead. Before he fell down on top of me.
You don't have to continue if you don't want to.
No, I want to. Let's get this done.
God damn.
It's okay. Tell us as much as you're comfortable with.
He was heavy. I pushed him off and he fell to the floor. There. He only had his boots on. I bit the pillow, not to scream, then ran downstairs. I waited for the second shot to come. For me. I thought there would be one. It never came.
She's forgotten about her cigarette. The butt has burned right down to her fingernails.
Your cigarette, miss.
Oh.
Sorry this happened to you.
So am I.
What time was this? When did it happen? It would help us if you could be as precise as possible.
11:30 to 12:15. I don't know the exact time. Around midnight.
It's okay. Were you inebriated?
Not as much as usual. He'd done a line, plus other things. I was drinking.
Wait. Titus said she was gurning her jaw off, much more than usual.
Titus said you looked pretty high.
Oh, yeah. I did one of his lines, just to clear my head.
Did you hear or see the shooter in the course of this?
No,
What did you do then?
nothing. I was trapped. I was stuck in my room downstairs. I got some clothes on and crawled back up, drew the blinds. Blood was coming from his mouth. Not a lot, just a little.
God damn, that is a motherfucker. Also, I leveled up. Sweet. Whew. Man, that... Oh. Fuck. Holy shit.
He was still on the floor, slouched. I couldn't be there with him anymore, so I ran down and out of my room, into the hallway, down the stairs. I knew there would be people there.
When it happened, did you hear a gunshot?
When he was shot? I may have. I don't know. I couldn't hear anything over the glass exploding.
The gunshot wasn't that loud. This is something to keep in mind when assessing the distance of the shot.
Good to know. What happened after you ran downstairs?
Sylvie was tending the bar. A lot of people were there. The Hardys were at the table in front of the stage. I think the Union box was full. Ruby was there too. They were having such a good time. I sat down and they all welcomed me. I didn't even have to say anything. Ruby knew something was wrong.
Ruby?
Before we continue, who is Ruby?
Ruby. You know, the leader.
Ha! So Titus is...
God damn it, it's that chick Ruby Rose. She always became the leader, just like in that TV show she was a part of. Her and her sniper scythe. God damn it.
The leader? Of what?
The Hardy Boys.
I thought the Hardy was the leader of the Hardy Boys.
Well, nominally, yes. Ruby's the one they go to when things happen, like things they need taken care of.
Oh.
She's the organizer.
Titus is big dick baller. Ruby is the actual brains.
Would you say she is the 8th Hardy Boy?
Why not?
Okay, let's go on. What then?
Well, Ruby said let's talk upstairs. I showed her the room. I've known these people since December. They know my situation, that I can't leave a paper trail. Ruby was the first one I told. She said she'd take care of this. It's what she does, you know, take care of things. I helped her get the body to the bathroom. We used a belt to pull him up under the shower, to keep him upright.
To mislead you, they were tampering with the body.
To produce lividity, matching a hanging?
Yes.
We completely missed the tampering. Looks like you got there in time. What was this, 20 minutes after death?
Well, also, again, God damn it, if only I made that perception check. God damn it.
About 20, yes. Ruby explained it would make the blood... You know what he does.
What did you do?
Ruby went outside to talk to Titus and the boys. I was just looking at Lely in the bathroom. I had to put his clothes back on. His armor, too. It was tough, but I've seen him take it off and put it on many times. It took Ruby maybe half an hour to come back with Titus. I'd gotten him ready by then. They carried him out. I knew what they were going to do. Make it look like a hanging. Ruby said they would.
What did you do while they were hanging him?
Ruby said to wait here. She also said I wouldn't see her for a while. That we should lay low or something. So I did.
And Ruby is where now?
I don't know. I haven't seen her since.
We will need to take this question to the Hardy Boys.
Interesting. Why did this Ruby go through so much trouble to hide something someone else did? Look into this later. There is something suspicious about that theory, but you can't put your finger on it.
And you didn't kill Lily?
What? Why would I put myself through this? Insanity. Get myself cornered like this. He wouldn't have died if it weren't for me. I know that. But I would never hurt him.
He was a serviceman. He must have had a gun. Somewhere, lying around, close to her hand.
She lied to us before.
Now, you guys suddenly have theories pouring out. When they're obviously just stabs in the dark.
I love that. Volition and I are... Wow. Okay, I'd like you to answer some other questions.
Like what?
Could the people after you have killed them?
That's the first thing that went through my head when I heard the glass break.
And?
I thought they'd found me. They've killed him to punish me. All last week, I've tried not to talk to anyone or be seen with anyone, so they wouldn't be hurt. I've come to understand, however, this is paranoia. What happened didn't have anything to do with me.
Either way, something to consider.
We can't go after loose cap. Not yet. There are other, saner leads.
I don't ask you to, Lieutenant. If there's one thing I know, it's that you'll get nothing from there.
Why did you call the cops if you were hiding?
Because I'm an idiot.
I mean...
Which is an indicator of truth.
His words, not mine.
Idiot. She's nothing of the sort.
I don't think so. Why did you do it?
You have to understand, the people around here, no one was making the call, and he kept rotting. And then they picked his clothes off, and that little fucker threw stones at him.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, this is... Yeah. Ugh.
Her jaw is clenched. Her throat moves. It takes all her strength not to
Someone she was finding...
Once. Just one time.
She was holding in so much rage because this was the one guy in Martinez that she was feeling a connection with, and he got killed very suddenly. And then you see this little kid, this little shit high on amphetamines throwing rocks at his body.
He kept throwing stones at him for 3 days. I could hear the thud. Thud. So I called you. I hope with all my heart it's not the last thing I do in Ravishol.
She definitely called the cops. That was task complete. It could not have been a lie. That is impossible.
When was the window changed?
Last week. Angus and Titus's brother, I think he's called Tibbs, took care of it.
You should have another look at that window after this. Reconstruct the scene. It's right there.
Good idea, visual calculus. I wouldn't have thought of that, actually. Good idea, visual calculus. In her bedroom, inside?
Yes, you see the glass sparkling out of the corner of your eye.
Yeah, especially if the glass was broken from inward. I think we're done for now.
She nods, silently. She doesn't even smoke. Just picks up the cold coffee and holds it in her hands. He's thinking, are we done here? Or maybe you should take her to the station for safekeeping. She lied to you, and she's a flight risk. No, that won't be necessary. Just leave her alone. She's been through enough. She doesn't need this police brutality. Multiface, I'm beginning to doubt your judgment. Are you sure you're not sleeping on the post? You have to wake this one up with force if you want to continue pushing her.
Oh, I'm not. No, fuck off, drama. I'm not doing that.
As you look back, you think, so love did do him in, after all.
Oh, God. Oh, God, love did do him in. Oh. I mean, I was thinking, oh, yeah, like love did him in and something happened. No, he was literal. Okay. In a literal sense, I was right.
If it weren't for her, he would not have been there. The shot would not have connected with his soft palate.
Looks like love did him in after all.
She's silent, holding on to her coffee mug. No vapor rises from it. It's cold. Remember this silence. The lady is dangerous. People suffer around her.
Let her answer.
Yeah. I'd like to think he didn't love me. Or that it was chemically induced and not real.
Why?
Easier that way.
Was it real?
I don't know.
There's a nod. The smallest of nods.
Damn. Fuck, that's brutal, man. Oh, that... Oh...
This window is pristine on the inside.
Yep.
Unlike the one next to it. Light from the desk lamp reflects off the glass in an untarnished golden halo.
See now, I have a good enough chance with that already. But how much of a better chance can I get with my office glasses?
This window is pristine
Much better.
on the inside, unlike the one next to it. Light from the desk lamp reflects off the glass in an untarnished golden halo. Golden light melts away into the blue, glassy darkness of your mind. In it are two neon-lit shapes, a man and a woman on the single bed.
Wait, so Classier is supposed to be on the bottom, he on top. What position are they in?
Like the witness said, the man is kneeling. The woman is on her back. It's the night of March 4th and a shot has just been fired.
One shot? Because I'm seeing 3.
The man looks directly at the woman. The shot's possible directions converge in his mouth. A ray cast from somewhere outside, entering his brain.
Where does it come from?
From the roof outside, location A prime. The glass fractures around the bullet hole. Shards face inwards like a corona behind the woman's back.
Inspect the ghostly figures.
The man does not know the bullet has entered his brain. He never will. Death comes faster than the realization.
Oh, so if he got shot in the mouth, then yeah, like his brain was completely... Damn it, I can't snap. His brain was completely severed from the rest of his body due to the bullet. Like, whoever shot him was a pro. A really good shot. Have a look at Point A prime, the roof.
The ray cast from the man's mouth unravels into a fan of possible directions, all on the roof at first. The shot could have come from any of them. This is composite location A prime, most likely of the origin points.
Shouldn't there be gun residue outside?
There could have been. Then the rain and slush and wind washed it away. This was more than a week ago.
That's a good point, because gun residue is not a permanent thing. So I'm, 80% sure the roof is where the shot was made from?
72%, with a weapon that's good for medium range, like a rifle or sports pistol. This is a good short distance, but not too short. The perpetrator aimed with their back against the railing, or possibly kneeling for precision. This would explain why it only took them one shot. The lights were on in here. Outside it was dark. It was like shooting fish in an aquarium, a well-lit aquarium. The victim opened his mouth to let the bullet in. Neither of them would have seen anything outside in the darkness, too busy with their own bodies.
The shot could have come from inside the room.
Point X would contradict the woman's testimony, rendering the entire proposition void. These figures would be wiped out, Detective.
Are there any arguments against A prime, the roof?
None that you've found thus far, but that doesn't mean there aren't any.
Could there have been another point of origin further away? Good night, Will. Good night, Combo. Thanks for dropping by.
That's a 28%, yes. In this model, the shot could have come from a greater distance. Nothing excludes the possibility. Should we extrapolate to include every possible point of origin in Martinez?
Extrapolate the radius to include all of Martinez.
According to your map of the district, this shot could have come from a wide angle of locations.
That's right,
starting
I've got a
with
map!
the northern edge of the abandoned boardwalk, ending with an islet in the bay. Let's call them B prime.
But it was this window that was broken. So... more precisely?
B prime for boardwalk, B double prime for Land's End, and B triple prime for the islet, Detective. There may be smaller points in between, but those are too fine to zoom in on.
Have a look at point B prime, the boardwalk.
700 meters away. The likeliest.
Oh, that's the
these
map
B
of the...
positions,
Oh.
20% chance. A skilled sniper could have made the shot, provided he had a safe sniper's nest. Even with the light on inside, we're talking military training. At that distance, the perpetrator would have had to take wind direction into account.
Land's End.
1.2 kilometers away, the least likely of these positions. Let's say 3%. A truly skilled sniper could have done it, possibly from a tent. No, too far-fetched.
Prime 3.
1 kilometer away, a point beyond the docks, on an islet in the bay. The fort is ruined, but the perpetrator may have found a stable spot on the beaches surrounding it, where the concrete crumbles into the sea. As you saw in the coin-operated viewer, the shot would have been a small miracle, 5% likelihood. There is an extremely narrow field of view from the bay to the window, between Rue de Saint-Ghislain 10 and 33A. The angle would have been extreme, and access to the islets is questionable.
Kim, do you think the shot could have come from further than the roof in Martinez?
From where, precisely?
Let's say B prime, B double prime, B triple prime.
I see you have given this a lot of thought. Are those the locations you've singled out in addition to the roof? And what is the likelihood, in your opinion, that it came from a further distance?
Much less than the roof, but still.
Okay, well, we should see if there is gunshot residue or sniper nests if we go down the coast. Rule these spots out one by one. It would be the diligent thing to do. Until then, personally, I'm going with the roof version. It fits the hidden path through the whirling. A simple hypothesis.
That is also true because of the hidden path, and she didn't know about it. But, at the very least, we've managed to get some more ideas. God, I love visual calculus and how it's able to do that. It's so cool! It's fun. Let's see. Right now in the game it is 4 p.m. So now I think I actually want to go talk to Everard about Ruby, see if he knows anything, and then talk to Titus. And then after Titus, I'll talk to the mercenary. Then after the mercenary, I will check the B prime areas. But yeah, I feel like there would be a greater concentration of gun residue if the roof was the area. Also, no, because visual calculus said that that they probably wouldn't have noticed because it was dark and they were too enamored with each other, so to speak. Make Titus give up Ruby's location. Yeah, because Everard was able to make Titus more cooperative with the authority checks, so what I'm wondering is if he can make him a bit more lenient on giving up Ruby's location. God, I'm enjoying this game. This game is so fun. I realize real stuff is happening at this time, and, you know, it's brutal. Like, fairly hard to swallow at some points, but I mean that in all the good ways. This game's very well done.
You're back before the cargo container.
Still nothing on rhetorizing, on opening a door with rhetoric. But at least with all the encyclopedia checks, I'm earning money. Because I decided to be a pretentious fuck. I could also tell Everard, hey, I found out something about a drug operation. What's up with that, dude?
Mr. Dubois, every worker, member of the board. How can I help you today?
Alright, so before I continue on, I actually need to go use the restroom. I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. Excuse me for 1 second. Gotta fix this again. Come on. This is the thing, is that switching and fixing all this stuff is... Oh, there we go. Game should be showing now, I think. It should be showing now. Yes. Yes. Goody. All right. So I just finished investigating the local drug trade.
Ah, yes. Your side investigation. Thank you. You've got some spirit clearing up phony drug accusations alongside this murder. I'll talk to the mayor and see if I can get you the key to the city, Harry. Now let's talk real business.
It is very hard to tell if he is being sarcastic or not.
Actually, Revachol doesn't have a mayor. He refuses to discuss it further. It's probably just a small nuisance to him.
Huh.
Most certainly, Harry. Nothing brightens my day like brain... But of course...
You can now go and tell...
Also, Harry, here's 5 real. Oh, I wasn't offering it to you. By all means, Harry. What's on your mind? I'm always happy to... Very nice, Harry.
I guess that's it. Like, wow, he's not that much of an open book in regards to the drug trade. It was literally just...
Yes, Harry, this is all just a side project for you. I don't need to hear about the drug trade, Harry.
Let's see. I won't have anything with Measurehead. Yeah, just talk to Titus about Ruby, I guess. Not really anything else to do in that regard. All right. With that, let's go talk to Titus and then talk to the mercenary. Yeah, he is built like a brick shit house. Alright. So I need to get Titus to give up Ruby's location.
It's you again. What is it?
I talked to Classier. Now I need to know. Now I need to talk to Ruby.
Why?
Because she's your real leader. I'm going to level with you. She's the next link in the chain that leads me to Lely's killer. I've seen her in a laudanum-induced delirium. The paranormal instinct whispered her name into my ear. Look, I need to pin this on someone, and I've decided to pin this on her. I suspect she killed the victim. That's why. A civil war is brewing, and the only way to prevent this is to solve the murder. That means talking to Ruby.
Sounds like you want to push this steaming pile of shit on anyone. And now you pick Ruby. Well, not on my watch you won't. Ruby's one of us. We're not gonna throw her under your moral intern steamroller. Fuck that shit.
And fuck you too, moral
Ruby is missing.
Wow.
If you hide from the police in a murder investigation, you become a suspect. You know how it works, guys.
Kim, do you think these guys are really that scared of us?
That's nothing. That's just legalese. You don't even have a sound theory. I don't want to be rude, but we're trying to get some R&R here. Think you could fuck off now?
I think we'll keep sticking around, Titus. You'll be surprised at how quickly a theory presents itself if you keep looking.
I talked to Joyce. The merc you hanged, his friends are coming for you.
Yeah. By friends, you mean his squad mates from Crenell.
Wouldn't want to beat up his grandma.
Yeah, they are forming some kind of tribunal and they're coming for you.
This is what happens if you take the law into your own hands. Other people start doing it too.
Let them come. The Hardy Boys are right fucking here.
Idiot, they have... Idiot, the only reason why Laylee isn't even... The only reason why Laylee is dead is because he only had his boots on. Well, then again, he did get shot in the head. Point is, this shit can stop bullets. Do you have something that can stop bullets? No? Then get the hint, asshole.
You heard the man. Right here. We're armed. We got the whole district behind us. And Glenn. Glenn is fucking crazy.
Oh, God. It's like having the A-Team versus the Avengers.
Yeah. A well-oiled murder machine.
The mood is on the rise. We're feeling confident, ready to punch out all
Do you know a single Cerise giant hornet can kill 40 bees a minute?
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
You're the bees. They're the hornet.
We're not bees. We're men. We're socialists.
Easy, E. He's trying to phase you. What are you trying to do? Scare my men?
Joyce said they've gone rogue. Nobody is controlling them.
Big fucking surprise. They hire psycho scum, arm them to the teeth, and let them loose in the city. What do you think is gonna happen?
Crenell is bad news. You know that, right?
So are the local gangs. The fucking Barmy Army and the Madre scum. You've been out there. Seen any around?
Yeah. Where are they now, huh? Sent back to Madre in an airtight cargo crate.
These people are trained military professionals with decades of combat experience. They are not a gang or a Barney army.
No, they're not. They're uncoordinated and drunk. Don't forget, we're listening in on their communications. Their shit is way apart.
The mercenaries are armed with automatic weapons, even if they are drunk, uncoordinated drunks. They're uncoordinated drunks that have automatic fucking weapons.
We got weapons of our own. We got Ister 50s, Zeelagers. Glenn's got a knock cannon at home.
Are you hearing this shit? Will they pierce ceramic armor?
I guess we're gonna see, aren't we?
Okay.
That was an unsure phrasing.
For your sake, I hope you're right.
Right about what? That a 50 caliber bullet goes through shit? I am.
This guy is confident, but the biggest dumbass. Okay.
What do you mean, okay?
I mean, okay, they're going to wipe you the fuck out, Titus. I mean, okay, you got this. You got the numbers. I mean, okay, I'll be on your side when they come. They're gonna wipe your ass out, buddy.
No, they won't. Get out of here with your negative energy.
Oh, no. Wow. Okay. So you have the side of the mercenaries, which have low numbers, but are very well trained and with exceptional weaponry. And then you got these guys who are drunk, tired harbor workers, but they have numbers.
He really doesn't like you ruffling their feathers like that on what might be the eve of battle.
All he means is that the situation is serious.
No wonder you cops get shot to shit every day. Can't go to war with an attitude like that.
You know what Titus is like? He's like, oh God, was it Robert Duvall in Apocalypse Now? He'd be the kind of guy that goes up to a bunch of guys in Vietnam and says,
I love the smell of napalm in the morning. Smells like victory.
Titus is Robert Duvall. Was it Robert Duvall? God damn it, I can't remember. Robert Duvall, Apocalypse Now. Who did he play? Yep, he played Smell of Napalm in the Morning.
I love the smell of napalm in the morning. Smells like victory.
A 73% on the logic. Let's get my logic glasses on. My logic glasses.
It's you again. What is it?
I still haven't sung karaoke yet. All right, 83.
Nothing is happening. The pieces are there, but they remain unconnected. Sorry, you're not coming up. There we go. Your mind is a blissful idiot. Say something. You stood there for too long.
Are you shitting me? I failed an 83% chance. Oh my God. All right. My logic glasses failed me. Well, I did that. I guess we can go check on the various sniper nest areas and rule out the various spots. And I can check on the Phasmid stuff again. Holy shit. Okay. But yeah, Titus is like, they're in over their heads. They're so in over their heads. It is insane. It is insane how over their heads these idiots are. They're thinking, oh no, we're totally gonna get them, boys.
The trap is
Don't tread on me, man. We're gonna take them mercenary scum out. They are gonna die. They are going to fucking get wiped. Like, just because one merc was a crazy raging drunk that got high all the time doesn't mean all of them are. Alright, well, I'm gonna check the Phasmid traps, and then it was the boardwalk, the very far outer edge area, the one that's actually near the other Phasmid trap, and then the military base that I got to see through the coin slot, which I didn't even think would even come up as a possibility. Like, I had no idea that whatever I saw through the coin-operated Viewmaster or whatever it's called would even come up again. That is interesting. I was not expecting that.
just dead and dying locust.
Okay, so it was like around here, right? An elevated... Oh yeah, this tower.
Is there something here that would indicate a sniper used this place as a nest for taking the shot? Just some urban detritus, a bottle, and a dilapidated old comms tower.
I don't think any sniper would ever call this comm tower safe enough to nest.
In the distance, you can hear the breakers roar.
I don't see it, Lieutenant W. Freighter. I don't see a person take a shot here and hit something there, in the whirling in rags.
Maybe the assailant climbed the comms tower took the shot there. What about the cigarette butts?
Those? A smoking assailant who favors Tumutiri to Astra or Joanne? Cigarette butts are everywhere. This is a common brand for all men.
Still, you felt it was important enough to make a mental note. That means something. You didn't pay attention to any of the other cigarette butts on the coast.
Maybe the campfire was used by the perpetrator?
To warm his hands before pulling the trigger? Perhaps. But anyone could have made this. The coast is specked with fires this time of year. Truthfully, this seems like a very poor choice to take a 1.2-kilometer rifle shot from. Visibility is awful. There's water vapor everywhere. I think we can rule out... Biddable Prime, was it? It's not possible to climb that ladder.
It does look extremely there. 1.2 kilometers over the cold water of the bay. Blue from the distance and the air. You see the smallest rectangle, barely visible. A glowing light on the third floor of the Whirling in Rags. With binoculars, you would see a young woman's shape move behind the glass. Her limbs long and slender.
Alright, so this obviously wasn't it. Not just too far, but just not practical. Let's check the boardwalk. But yeah, gain some experience. So, boardwalk, and then I'll check on the phasmid traps again, and then we'll talk to the mercenary, I guess. Or... Nah, I put on the logic glasses when I talked to Titus, so... I have to level up again and put a point into logic. Which, honestly, I probably should, because I have no points in logic. And... logic has a lot that I can unlock for it, so... might as well. And yeah, I don't have any... Oh wait, I do have a skill point. Oh shit! Hell yeah! So I can try that logic check. So the boardwalk, it would have been... Boardwalk for bullet traces. Nah, this would not have been a good spot. Maybe on top of this building? Why did autosave?
You see, a slogan used to...
I'm not getting any pings in regards to the boardwalk, and I do not have access to that outer area.
A few locusts trudge along.
Nothing there, and...
The trap is filled with dead and dying locusts. Most of them aren't moving anymore.
Still nothing. Wow, I guess is Lena right? Like, was she right about this? Like, God, I'm starting to doubt it, because I want it to be true, because, you know, it's a couple trying to find the thing... trying to find proof of the very thing that butted their marriage, you know? It was really cute. But, oh man, that hurts me a little bit, just thinking that this could all end up being a wild goose chase. And there was no way that a sniper could have gotten up into that church. The Crabman would not have appreciated that company. Yeah, it looks to me like I don't really have any avenues here. Wait, where was the... Where the fuck was the, like... Where was it? Where was it? Where was it? Bullet traces on the island, bullet traces on the boardwalk. Where on the boardwalk did it point to? Zoom out all the way. Just get a better field of view.
You pick up the handset. There's a tone. The machine is operable. Calling. Still this feels wrong. End of tone.
Pierre? Is that you, Pierre?
No, this is not Pierre.
Do you have any news about Pierre?
Who's Pierre?
He's my sister's grandson. He used to visit me as a lad. Fine young man.
I just picked a random number.
But who are you then? A salesman of some sort? Modern goods are rubbish, and I can't afford them anyhow. It's a shame what you did to our country.
I'm not a salesman. I was just calling a random number, and you somehow ran with it.
This is because we are bred to be leaders. I can hear the common or mixed background from your voice. I just so wanted it to be Pierre. Have a pleasant evening, prankster.
Disconnect tone. Calling. Still again. Someone.
Hello, Gerard speaking.
Hello, Gerard. Technically speaking, your electricity.
Is electricity there?
No, but I got a feeling I'll kick your ass is gonna make an appearance if you ever call this number again. Have a good one, asshole.
Phone hanging up. Disconnect tone.
Alright, well, I guess that's just random. So I got an old woman and a dude who was like, I'll kick your ass if you call this number again, dude. Maybe it's at the very end of the boardwalk? At the, It's a long way down to your death from here, 20 meters at least. Well, that's morbid.
There's some tear.
No, not the end of the boardwalk. Where the fuck would this be made then? Because I'm trying to rule out options, but the game isn't... Alright, I guess I can't find that. And now I can try the logic test on Hardy, so I might as well do that. And actually, I'm going to try Suna. See if I can see how the logic test goes with that.
Yes,
What is it?
Wow, not that much better. This is a hard check to make.
The mother of humanism stands above you, a precious and complex. Why? That does seem to be a problem. The mother of humanism.
And I can't make... Damn it. Well, there's no use in me keeping this figure anymore. Completely no use.
Yes, what is it? The swallow, you mean? What about it? Freight. Thanks. I brought them here. Freight.
Alright, I guess I can get rid of the filament then. It's 10 free real that can let me stay in the whirling again. Alright, well in that case... let's go to Roy's place and sell the figure, because frankly, I don't know why I was trying to offer a figure to a stained glass window. So, yeah, maybe in a different playthrough, who knows. One that can maybe be a bit stronger on visual calculus.
The trap is full of...
All right. Let's talk to Roy.
Hello again. How can I help you? Sure. Let me have a look. Anything else you're thinking of selling?
Oh yeah, the shot put ball. But
another time.
Hooray, 20 real. All right, with that, let's go talk to Titus and then talk to the mercenary. But yeah, it sucks that Everard doesn't have any info on Ruby, but I guess he's just like big picture man. He doesn't really know much about his little people.
It's you again. What is it?
Better, but I want to equip my logic glasses, unless I don't already have them on. I do not.
It's you again.
There we go.
What is it?
All right.
A sudden
Better.
flash of lightning in your neocortex. The hostel cafeteria is lit by its airy blaze. Floor plans, bullet trajectories, webs of human emotion, all channeled into a single thought.
Still weird that I couldn't find the vantage point that's supposed to be on the boardwalk. Why are you so sure Ruby didn't off him?
So that's what you were squinting at. You were trying to come up with a theory, weren't you? That she did it.
Okay, so so the boardwalk is over there. Okay, so that was the comms tower pointing there. And B prime would have been like here or here? I don't remember where it was pointing. I think it was over... Oh, God, which way was it? Probably would have been here-ish. So in that case, I was looking at the wrong segment of the... Was I? Was I looking at the wrong... No, because... Was I? Damn it, now I'm unsure.
Yeah, he was cobbling together shit so he could put her away. It's RCM 101.
Well, let old Titus set your mind at ease then. She didn't do it. She was here all night.
Sunday night, 11:30 to 12:15. She was here all that time?
Yeah, with us, drinking, near the stage there.
She didn't go out for fresh air? For one smoke?
No.
In the whole 45-minute window, she was with you all the time.
All right. She took a fucking leak, okay? For one moment. Maybe went out too. She has an operation to run from her lorry. We're not getting into what that operation is again, Culp. And just because she was gone for 5 minutes doesn't mean she magically got to the roof and shot him. I've been through this. It's not plausible.
Unless she's like fucking Scarlet Spider or something, or some Marvel superhero.
All right, we're in. We got Ruby unaccounted for sometime during the window. This was crucial. Now let's place her on that roof.
There's a secret route in the kitchen that leads straight to the roof.
How?
Through what looks like an abandoned pinball workshop.
People say there was a pinball arcade here, sometime before the hostel. What was it called, Theo?
East Delta Pinball Arcade. Weird place. Went bankrupt.
Okay, but how'd you get up? There's no room for a staircase in this building. Or an elevator, for that matter.
The elevator is outside the building. It's an old dumbwaiter used for moving pinball machines up and down from the workshop.
From there, a door leads straight to the roof. You can just step outside.
Ruby could have gone up, shot him, come down. All under 7 minutes.
But wouldn't the gunshot have caused a commotion? Because that's something Perception even brought up.
That's quite the theory. We need to have a look at that secret passage, boys.
I'm on it, boss. Right when the law clears, me and Angus are going up there.
It's a dumbwaiter, not an industrial lift. How about I go instead of...
Just now. You got something else to back this route up? Or is that it?
Have we firmly established Ruby could have access to the roof where the man was shot?
Firmly doesn't go well with could've. There's a route to the roof. Me and the boys need to check it out. That's what we established. But a route does not put that bullet in his head. A gun does that, and Ruby doesn't carry one.
Phase 2. Murder weapon. Get a gun in her hand. If not that, then at least a shadow of a doubt. In the shape of a gun.
There's a small 28% chance that our shot came from beyond the roof.
Now what the hell are we supposed to do with that?
That still leaves a 72% chance it did.
He's trying to woo us with cop science. Forensic shit. I heard this mambo jumbo.
Yeah, but the mambo jambo he's saying goes against his theory A.
It does?
Yes.
He pinches the roof of his nose, or the root of his nose.
Just making sure we are on the same page. It doesn't all fit.
I've
We're
already
just sharing info, candidly.
I've already established Ruby's running drugs. She could have smuggled guns too.
God damn. That's just about your favorite topic, isn't it? Every fucking 5 seconds.
All right. All I'm saying is, from what I saw in her cabin, she'd have no trouble getting a gun.
Trouble. This is Revachol. Even the roid heads in the gym had a carbine. No one has trouble getting a gun. I still never saw her carry one.
He must be referencing some past case of theirs. He's angry because he knows you're right. What he's saying only confirms your theory.
There are weapons like this just lying around in Martinez.
That looks antique. A Belma grave. It's inoperable. Where'd you get it?
There's a cellar under the bookshop. It was hidden there, with others just like it.
20, maybe 30 rifles, Titus. Also broken, but still, there were too many. And there must be other caches too.
God damn it. We need to close that dump down for good.
Okay. I see your point. There are guns lying around. Damn it. I thought we'd found all the old spots. Why was that still there?
We just missed one. Ruby doesn't know this place, boss. Just these cops digging up shit.
I didn't say I'd prove she had a murder weapon, just that we needed to find her.
All right, Cole. Keep talking. I'll tell you when I've had enough.
Pete, we're not seriously considering it, are we? Ruby wouldn't do this. Why would she do something like this?
Phase 3. Motive. The last component.
It's not why did she kill him. It's why did she organize the cover-up. Maybe it's all part of a leadership challenge against you, Titus. Maybe she killed him because she thought it would curry favor with you. Why'd she organize the cover-up?
And I suppose you have a theory on that.
She could have just been covering up for herself, Titus.
Think about it. Why go through all that effort? It was her idea, wasn't it? The hanging. You went along, but she suggested it.
She had, like, a fully formed plan and shit. Right when she came back downstairs.
Really, Shanks? Claudia wanted to talk to another girl, that's all. She was just the first one up there. I could have come up with that plan if I'd been first.
So, none of you could. I'm looking at all of the beer and booze that you guys had at that table. Yeah, you're planners.
Time for a logics demonstration.
Eugene, let's assume you... Shanky, let's assume you killed him.
I didn't do it, fucker. It wasn't my plan.
You probably did, though.
It's just a thought experiment. Think, Shanky. You killed him. You got up there, shot him, cut down.
Would you prefer to go on trial with your buddies as part of a lynch mob, or alone for committing murder?
Fuck you, man. I would never fuck my guys over like that.
She didn't either. She would never do that. Why aren't more of you defending her? This is fucking stupid, Titus.
Glenn, I thought the same thing when she skipped town and left us in this shit.
Oh, so he didn't rule her out completely. And she skipped town. This is good.
Maybe it's all part of a leadership challenge against you, Titus.
There's no fucking leadership challenge. Just when I thought you were taking this seriously, cop, you put your head in your ass.
Man, now he's just throwing shit against the wall to see what sticks.
Okay. We ruled out infighting. That's how this works, by exclusion. Remember, all we need to do is rule Ruby out too. That's all this is.
Maybe she killed him because she thought it would curry favor with you.
You had expressed, on occasion, your dislike of the mercenaries' presence in Martinez, right?
Whack someone in my district? That doesn't carry much favor with Titus Hardy. She has to know that.
Fair enough. It's like they can tolerate some shit up to a degree, but they don't... In some ways, they do kind of realize how much of a threat a mercenary like that is. Titus, you have to see it. Things don't add up. We need to talk to her.
Silence. He looks around the room. The old man in the corner nods. A very small nod. And a trickle of tobacco spit on his lip.
Yeah, I see it. There's one more thing I've been wondering about. Ever since you asked me where she is. Add it to your list of suspicions, if you want. I don't know. I don't know where she went. She just got up and left. Got real scared, too. Wouldn't tell me where. However hard I asked. Want to know why?
Why do I get the suspicion that he's going to give me a very sarcastic, blunt answer like a mace?
She was afraid I would tell you. Maybe she was right. By now, I probably would.
Ah!
She knew there's evidence on her, and she knew we'd find it. This is typical suspect behavior, why fleeing is always incriminatory.
Perhaps. Ask her if you find her. It won't be easy, though.
I leveled up.
She made sure of that.
Alright, I leveled up. What are some other... I could put one into composure. Trash container, cell. It's a drama check. When did she leave?
Friday afternoon, when you first arrived. I got word the RCM was in town. Then she came in to see me. Told me she was leaving. That's when we had our little conversation.
What was she scared of?
I told you. You.
Me, as in the RCM?
No, you. As in the cop with the sideburns and the disco clothes.
Don't forget the funny tie, too. Wait, do I have my funny tie? I don't have my funny tie on. Don't forget the funny tie, too. No wonder she's afraid. I have come to declare the ending of the human experiment. She probably knew me from my singing days. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. God, why does everything flee at the sight of my shadow? I have no idea why she'd be scared. I'm just a normal cop with regular thoughts in his head.
Sure. Normal. You know, when I first saw you limping here, I thought she was paranoid or sniffing her own supply. But now I'm not so sure.
The fuck did she tell you?
She said you have a funny taste in clothes and that you won't stop.
Won't stop?
Until you have something on her. She said she's heard of you from Jamrock, that you're a human can opener, that you play suspects against each other, open them up like can.
And then when they're all empty, just move on to the next can. Don't look back unless there was something you missed.
Oh, like exhausting dialogue options. Oh, that's... Ooh, that is a weird... Wow. I did not think that putting a narrative around exhausting dialogue options would have played into the story. That is... Or even into the characterization. That is something. Wow.
Fucking hell. Titus, did he just...
Open Angus up like a can? Yes, he did.
Oh my god.
We can whine about it, whack him, or we can go on with our lives. I'm having to go on with our lives kind of day, Al. How about you?
Oh. Wow. Okay, I was not expecting that kind of revelation to hit.
Silence. He nods.
Am I a can opener, Kim?
You are insistent.
Anything else? Anything?
Yeah, there was something else. She wouldn't tell me, though. I could see she wanted to. It was burning on her lips. This caught Titus. This caught me. But she was too scared.
Everard has a file on you, but that's bogus. What she knows comes from somewhere else, from Jamrock. It must be real stuff.
Do you have any clues as to where Ruby went?
She's not far. We know that much. She didn't take her lorry, so she's on foot.
Good fucking luck, man. She knows this place like the back of her hand. You'll never find her.
Yeah, Al. And we won't either.
She's not really a hardy candidate anymore, is she?
She's not, Glenn.
Have you looked for her?
A little. On the coast.
Where have you looked for her, more precisely?
More precisely, on the coast, past the waterlock. She's not here, so I'm thinking she's there.
Can you tell me where on the coast I should start looking?
Sure. There's some shit houses there. A cinderblock town. The fisherfolk there refuse to unionize. So, that's one place we haven't looked. I hear they have a shack where junkies sometimes crash. Time for you to step up.
We will start there. One more question. What does Ruby look like?
Boyish. Hair's red. Dyed. She looks like a Lowry man.
Do you know what she's doing with Yulon frequencies?
The what now? I have no idea. Boys?
She said she's building a pale emitter.
A what?
What?
We were talking about radio equipment. She said she's doing Ulan frequencies and a pale something. I don't know more.
A fucking what?
This guy barely understands what he's talking about.
There you have it. Pale something.
Okay. So essentially like creating a pocket black hole. Okay. Not much, but it'll do.
It'll have to.
Shake it.
His grip
Shake
is
his
firm
hand.
and reassuring, like holding a piece of unpolished granite.
Holy shit.
Not just granite, tightly packed RCM Sergeant material.
Just think it.
No, he already is a sergeant. That's what you're feeling. He just wasn't sure what you are.
Oh. A pale emitter.
Hi again, gendarme. Bye-bye, gendarme.
Oh. Wow. A pale emitter. Emitting the pale. Okay, so that's good to know. Ask around the fishing village for Ruby. That's going to be an option to do. Wow. I was not expecting that. And now I don't have to grill Tommy about Ruby. Holy shit. I just was not expecting that. Like, emitting the pale. Emitting it. The pale, which, according to Joyce, is an amorphous fog that encompasses parts of a fractured world. That hits in a specific way, people. Holy shit. Oh, man. Alright, let's talk to Lelaine about, Ruby.
Aye, the sea's gonna calm down soon. I can feel it. The wind is turning southeast. What's on your mind?
Alright, can't talk to her about Ruby for some reason. Alright. Cool.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with?
Have you seen a red-haired woman named Ruby around the coast?
Nay, I haven't seen anyone lately.
Okay, but do you know who I'm talking about?
This is my little cinder block town. I know what goes on around here.
She's being evasive. She knows something.
There was a murder in Martinez. She might be a suspect. We would appreciate your help.
Would you now? I know how this world works, and it doesn't work when people tell on each other.
You know something? We're here to help. This is like when that man locked himself in the woodshed. We just need to help her come out. This isn't about the Union, you know. You don't have to worry about retaliation.
Ah, I should have known. This is yet another Union mess. I'm not afraid of them, you know. We are not in the habit of being afraid around here.
I see. You know something, but you've decided not to tell us.
There's not much to tell. People come and go. Now, was there something else?
I see, ma'am. I hope you don't mind if we look around anyway.
You should look around your shack. Maybe she's rented it out to others too.
Oh yeah, good point. Yeah, because this might have been what Titus was talking about. Wait, but I searched this place when I went and stayed. Wait, that wasn't selectable before.
As you look at the floorboards in this corner of the shack, it's clear one of them isn't quite level with the others. The edge of a floorboard next to it looks scratched.
Move the board aside.
Hollow space underneath the floorboards is dark and damp. You can barely make out the mixture of sand and sawdust below.
What's in here?
Nothing particular catches your eye. Looks like more reeds. There might be something hidden inside the sand, though. Something bad. Someone's night thoughts. A last resort. A bad idea.
Search through the sand and sawdust.
You stick your hand in and start combing through the sand. Dry, not like outside. Fine dust. And then, something hard wrapped in paper.
What is it?
A small cylindrical object. You pull it out. A bullet. A 9mm bullet, to be exact. Fit for all muzzle loaders of that caliber. Like your own Villiers pistol, for example.
A bullet?
The floorboard doesn't care. But maybe the washerwoman does. You have enough to confront her with.
Wow.
An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see your reflection in it. The expression fixed to your clean-shaven face. You're still not accustomed to it.
Did I level up in the conversation I had with Titus? I don't remember if I did or not. I know I gained experience. I did. Maybe I can find the root of the expression. That would be really nice to do. And maybe it would be able to let me change the expression. Let's see. This one's encyclopedia. What other clothes do I have for encyclopedia? Conceptualization, logic, drama, composure. Oh, I can put these on to do a better check for Classier. Okay, that's all. Using a thermodynamic expander condenser cycle. Nice.
An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see
There
your
we go.
reflection in it. The expression fixed to your clean-shaven face. You're still not accustomed to it. It belongs in the new, the third decade of the current century. Enough time had passed from the failure of the revolution that, for a fleeting moment, free market economy seemed like the ultimate, uncontested way of life for our species.
Huh?
Things were good.
What?
It was smooth sailing. People made gold and champagne-tinted interiors and facades to suit the times, calling this the new style. But more importantly, disco happened. Forget about ostentatious orchestrations. For Revachol, your city, that meant only one thing. Guillaume Lamillion, out of the dazzling swirl of disco music, in an open-air boîte de nuit somewhere in Revachol West. Guillaume's blonde mane appeared on the screen. He sang some bullshit. Then he made the expression.
Oh, so this is something that Guillaume did. So I adopted it? Why?
Everyone loved it. Maybe you thought some of the stardust would rub off on you. Maybe it did. Either way, it's all gone now. Only the grimace remains.
I feel the need to add a clicking sound when I make it. Click, click.
The click is used to spur on a horse. It also features heavily in Guillaume Lamillion's regional mega hit, Don't Worry, Your Pretty Little Head. Sometimes you like to add finger pistols to the mix, because, unlike Guillaume Lamillion, you are a police officer. It's your nifty little way to say, I'm armed and dangerous.
How long ago was the new?
There is a vast ocean of time between right now and the expression. Looking good on you, or anyone. 2 decades, if the calendar is to be trusted. Humanity has run aground in that time. It's a different world now. The expression is a relic.
Anything else? Like who I am? Who am I? Why did I become a cop? Why did I drink myself into oblivion?
You have some understanding of the near history of disco, plus the trivia you've picked up along the way. Episodic memory, however, remains in the dark. It may never return. You should prepare yourself for that.
Does this have anything to do with ostentatious orchestrations?
Not really. OO must have just stirred your mind. They're more like a disco rock band anyway.
I guess that's it then.
It doesn't have to be. You can swoon over Guillaume and his champagne-corked smile whenever you want to. Maybe some of the stardust will return.
Wow, that boosted it really high. I gotta put on my electrochemistry clothes. Any shirts for electrochemistry? That sounds like the strangest, that'd be like a weird clothing donation service. Yes, we need clothes for electrochemistry. Yeah, that's all.
An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see your reflection.
I think I can do it. I think I can do it.
The expression fixed to your clean-shaven face.
Let's do it!
You're still not accustomed to it. It's like something snaps.
Yes!
A nerve ending. A thought. A sadness. Your face in the mirror is suddenly clean of the layer that had distorted it for God knows how long. Just like that, it's over. The running gag that your life had become. A sad old man looks back at you.
I did it. The expression is now gone. Thank God. I mean, it added character for certain, but fair to say it was kind of getting tiring. Also, wow, I can totally see why it was a bad idea. I could totally see what Kim meant by saying, hey, where's my horrific necktie? Where'd my necktie go? There it is. Wait, was this an added to volition or suggestion? I'm keeping that as an added to volition. Actually, I've got enough volition as is. But yeah, I can totally see why the expression would be needed, because, yeah, he does kind of look sad. I did it, though. The expression is now gone. So we'll talk to Isobel here.
Yes? What about me? That's because I'm half... I don't... Good. Let's chat.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with?
Why was there a bullet under the floorboards of your shack?
Damn that girl.
And without anger, a long and harsh life has taught her not to buckle under pressure.
A bullet? You didn't put it there, did you? She did.
Gone and hid things in there? She's usually a good tenant, and not a stupid one either.
You rented the room to her?
Yes, I let my room to that Ruby girl.
She speaks slowly, wringing out a rag after a long silence. Her hands move into the water bucket. Some water sloshes over the edge.
As I've done before when she's been in trouble or just looking for solitude. I've made it clear. We welcome all kinds of people here.
When was this?
She came last Friday, left on Monday in a hurry. What has she gotten herself into, that girl?
That's for the police to find out. Right then. Please answer each question to the best of your ability. I'm sure we have a few.
You said she left on Monday.
Yes, early with the dogs, around 8 o'clock, I think.
Is the room exactly as she left it?
I cleaned it, like I always do.
Was there anything else in there?
No.
What is she like, Ruby?
She's good company. Knows how to talk to an old woman. At my age, you don't get a lot of quality conversation. So I really appreciate that about her.
Did she talk to you much during her last stay?
No, she was mostly silent this time. Kept to herself.
What do you mean?
She tried not to let it show, but I could tell she hadn't come to fish. Usually she likes to cast a few lines, but this time she mostly stayed in her room.
Also, I got another Guillaume Le Million. Whatever happened to Guillaume Le Million? who, with his amber mane and sparkling teeth, beguiled the tattered remains of the nation. While you suffered and suffered, he dematerialized in a cloud of cocaine dust. Or did he simply stand in the corner and melt into slendering new lines of some starlit Boite de Nuit 20 years ago? Spare a thought for his great ass too? Or wait, maybe he became a police officer in Revachol West? But yes, I did it. Also, I can make another check. What was Can I make another check? It's weird, I got informed. Alright. Why do you think she left a bullet there?
How would I know? She's a gruff one, but not violent. She doesn't go around toting a gun.
You could ask her about your hunch, that it was a desperate measure. See if she thinks Ruby fits the bill.
I have a possible explanation in my mind.
Do tell.
It's an exit plan.
Exit from what?
The world.
The lieutenant stops writing for a moment. He looks at you, then at the old woman.
No, she's a fighter.
Not a quitter. Like you sometimes get, son.
Oh, fuck off, physical instrument. Did she have any technical equipment with her, like radio stuff?
Not that I know of, though she was into nice music. She once showed me a few mixtape millions she'd made. Although I guess she was pretty handy with the mechanical and technical stuff. Even fixed the heater in the shack. You should be thankful for that.
I am confident I would have frozen my nuts off in this shack if it wasn't for the heater.
She may simply have kept the equipment elsewhere.
Where did she go?
I don't know. Further up the coast. She tried to leave quietly, but the hinges on that door screeched like a cat in heat. Woke me up. I heard her rushing in those heavy boots, heading up north.
It's a peninsula. She might be trapped.
You'll never find her, you know. She knows the coast like the back of her hand. You only just arrived.
I wouldn't worry about that, ma'am. We are persistent.
Man, I was really hoping she'd be hiding in this village. Further up the coast we go, then.
Are you sure you would rather stay here? Get a nice cozy fire going in the heater? Seems like a better idea to me.
The felled electric mural. You feel like you should go look at it again. Step closer this time.
What more do you want? Yes, one thing, officer. If you do find her, please go easy on her. She's a good girl. Whatever she's gotten herself mixed up in.
All right. But yeah, I did it. The expression's gone, learned about Ruby, and I have a lead, so to speak, in the form of the mural. But I still need to... Oh, what's that? There's a slit in the concrete here. A sewer?
The light vanishes inside the concrete slit. The structure goes deep under the earth.
What's in there?
Maybe it's just a storm drain for the sewer.
Kim, any idea what's down there?
No idea. Could be connected to one of the buildings around here.
Think we might find Ruby down there?
We might find her down somewhere. There's an old storm drain system beneath Martinez that's mostly collapsed. Revachol's sewage system has been built and rebuilt 4 or 5 times now. In conclusion, she could be under any building.
But not in there.
I hope not.
Yell ho into the slit.
There's no echo and no answer.
Finish thought. Wouldn't have hurt. Alright. Was it this mural? Or was it the other one that I did a little visual calculus on?
You see, a slogan used to...
Shit, damn it.
You see, a slogan used to... Above the mural, a collapsed roof, broken windows set in walls, that are cracking and will soon also fall, and the coastal breeze rustling and sighing in the remains of the edifice. Feld Electrical, you only know them as a small company that makes ink cartridges. Looks like they used to be big. There's something in the wind. Sometimes the only way to go forward is to fail first.
Could Ruby be in there?
In there? She could. Or she could be in the identical room over there, or in that boat shack, in that church tower, maybe.
Why single out this one building?
Shivers. That's my first shivers check. That's my first shivers check, and it's good. I want to check the trap again. Just this one over here, because if it shows up, I think it'll show up here. It's a hunch.
A few locusts trot.
Nah, I didn't think so. Okay.
The once bright mural towers above you, saying, Feld Electrical, R&D. Tomorrow is just a whisper away. Even though you're sure you succeeded, all is quiet. There is no cold hand brushing against your forehead, no rustle in the reeds. The wind has died down. The ruin in front of you is silent as a tomb.
What was I even attempting to do here?
Trying to talk to the wind. The city, whatever you thought would happen, did not. And now you're just standing there with your hands fallen to your side. Is trying to talk to the city something you've done before? Is it in your secret
No.
repertoire?
No.
A trick for when you're out of ideas? A prayer of sorts? To Rivershaw?
She could be anywhere. How do we find her?
How do we? I was really hoping she'd be in the village. Okay. She's probably north of the village, and this place is a peninsula. We already scanned most of the outdoor areas on our wild cryptid hunt, so we have an understanding of the geography, at least. And then there's the church. We've already searched that and can rule it out. I know it doesn't feel like progress, but exclusion is a step too. Anyway, we do it the old-fashioned way, sector by sector. Go over the whole peninsula, ask the locals, enter the places where we can enter first, like we did in the village.
And if it fails? If we don't find her?
Then, if we're desperate, we can look where we can't enter. Bunkers, storm drainage, this place, I'm sure.
Bunkers.
Walk the coast, the old boardwalk, the reeds. You can always come back here and talk to the wind again. Look where it already got you. An adventure awaits. An adventure on the windswept urban coast.
Listen to the wind again.
Suddenly, there's a sigh, carried on the molecules around you, moving, flowing from high pressure to low pressure, like that of a woman emptying her lungs.
Wow.
She wraps the collapsing stone box in front of you in her breath, flowing through it.
Where does it go?
In through the collapsed roof, flowing down a concrete staircase to the basement, sweeping away footprints in the dust on the stairs, and then the beach below the boardwalk. Its winding tunnels, a whisper away.
What's happening?
She's down there.
I think she's down there, below this building.
Okay. Why?
We've looked everywhere else.
Right. How do we get in there? The doors were on the collapsed side of this building. They're gone, basically.
Finally, my time to shine.
There's a ladder next to the sign. Perhaps we can climb it, enter through the roof.
Perhaps you can climb them. We are not climbing anything. I'm 43 years old, and I plan to live to see 70.
There has to be a way to use brute force. Climbing sounds unsafe. Brute force is safe. Look around and find something to break if the ladder fails.
Look for something to break. Oh, hello. What's that?
An old pipe peeks out from beneath the rotten boards of the boardwalk. Could this be an alternative path into the Feld building? A building like this must have multiple doors serving various functions. Perhaps a basement access.
Come closer, look in.
Your eyes slowly begin to adjust to the darkness inside the drainage pipe. The lieutenant looks over your shoulder.
What's in there?
An ordinary drainage pipe. Darkness.
Okay, what else?
As your eyes adjust, you see some trash. Crumpled up newspapers, cigarette butts. Someone has half-heartedly spray-painted skulls on the right side.
And
nothing. Broken glass from bottles thrown against the walls of the pipe. A syringe.
Can we get into the Feld building through this pipe?
Given that this isn't a martial arts thriller, it's highly unlikely, and not without risk to our health either. However, the pipe suggests there may be an entrance to the basement around.
He means the pipe must be coming from somewhere in the building.
And it's right here, a maintenance door.
It's jammed shut. The subtle approach isn't going to work on this one.
Alright, physical instrument then. Get my physical instrument clothes on.
A few locusts.
I don't think I'm gonna find this phasmid. Like, I know it can be found, but I just can't get it. Like, I'm not getting it at all.
The trap is filled.
Yeah, not a single thing. Actually, I kind of want better pain threshold. What was another physical instrument? Damn it. Alright. That probably will do a bit better.
Behind the pipe.
Yep.
The maintenance door, rusted shut and half sunken in sand. The metal doors are heavy, and the flaking rust hurts your palms. But, together with the lieutenant, you manage to slide them open just enough to squeeze in.
Good work. Shall we?
Go on in. And we're in. This will also mean a bunch of points of interest that can lead to more real. You should take out your flashlight. Good call. Good call, Perception. This overturned table is covered in orange mildew, crawling with something. This collapse nearly sealed the basement. One can barely squeeze by. Antiqued office furniture, last century maybe? Brought down and forgotten so long ago. Old file folders in the charts, in the cart. Documents silvery with mold. A series of thick, dusty panes of glass. Ooh. Ooh! A suggestion suit. In the beam of the flashlight, a crevice in the wall. Revolutionary's hat! A stale fabric smell and dust. No one slept in here in months, maybe years. These pots and plates are full of dust and spider webs. Revolutionary propaganda on the bunk bed, ancient flyers and brochures. The same slit window you saw from the outside.
Could this have been the killer's hideout? And this narrow window, the point of origin of the shot that killed the mercenary? Outside the window, the day is clear and as mild as can be in early spring.
So it was this part. Kim, could the killer have used this hideout?
It's a great place to hide, certainly. But there hasn't been anyone here in ages.
Haven't seen anything. Can't see the whirling in rags. Shot couldn't.
Indeed. No one could get a clear view. Well, at least we've been thorough. I like thorough.
The lieutenant's voice betrays a slight disappointment, which he glosses over by reasserting control.
So it was this, okay.
A mustachioed and mutton-chopped man, amateurishly depicted, gazes at you with sad eyes. A plaque reads, K. Mazov. There is a spiderweb in the lower left corner of the portrait.
Brush the dust off.
Years' worth of dust is shaken off. The full head of hair, matched by an ample moustache and sideburns, look a bit silly.
It's Krasmazov. What a troublemaker he was.
Yes. Looks like some latter-day radicals were hiding out here. They left a long time ago.
How long?
Half a century. This was probably part of the network of defense posts the communards built against the amphibious landing. I think the purpose of this bunker was to produce propaganda. It would have had radio equipment back then, but that's all been looted.
What's with all these secret weapons caches and secret bunkers?
We have found a lot of those lately. I guess what most people think of as history tends to linger in rundown neighborhoods. Martinez being what it is, no one has gone through the trouble of cleaning out the old bunkers.
Good hiding place for someone who's up to no good.
Maybe I should move in here. Seems cozy.
I won't stand in your way, but only after we're through with this case.
Could it be connected to the Mazov bust we found in the student's room?
Millions of depictions of Mazov have been produced. They're not all connected. Besides, that looked like some student. The youths always go for this kind of stuff.
Could someone really have stopped through here recently?
You mean like Ruby? No, I think we've stumbled on a piece of history.
All right, fair enough. But yeah, got a new suit. A muted brown suit jacket, perfect for a day at the office or an evening at a cafe. The red rose of the bottom of the left breast pocket is slowly wilting. Determine where the shot came from. All right, now all that's left is the island. Are there any major checks that I could make? Like super important ones? Holy shit, a lot of my checks are... Oh my god. Barbell, Acel, Logic, Drama. I think I want to try the empathy check with Kuno. Yep. Boot prints in the sand. One of the souls appears to be more worn than the other. There's something in the air, an unnatural buzzing. Must be radio. The tunnel collapsed. You'll have to find another way around. It's getting louder, the buzzing sound. What was over here?
There it is again, like a swarm of hornets buzzing under your scalp. A strange tingling you can almost smell.
Lieutenant, do you feel something?
No. What do you mean?
Pain, a strange tingling.
I don't feel it, but we should still be careful. There were footprints back there, and I'm pretty sure they were fresh.
I saw them too, the footprints, with the right sole worn smooth.
Looks like our suspect. If she's in here, we need to plan our next step carefully.
What do you mean?
Once we detain a credible suspect, who knows what the Union and the Wild Pines will do? We'll set in motion events we have no control over.
You will upset the balance of power in Martinez. The deadlock between the company and the Union will destabilize. This part of town is a fine clockwork puzzle. Disturb its peace, and it will start breaking down uncontrollably. Keep calm. Go over the whole situation in detail.
We found out about Everard's plan to take the harbor. Maybe we should just tell Joyce about it.
I leave that to your judgment. You already know what I think about cross-pollinating information like this. It's dangerous, but...
He just can't be sure. Maybe it will yield something useful.
We know what Joyce knows about the murder. Maybe I have other things to discuss with her.
Yes. There won't be time for that once things go down. Matter of fact, I don't think there's time for it now, but...
If you must.
How bad do you think this could get?
Well, we are not responsible for what we can't predict, are we? I don't think the entire city will be razed to the ground.
If you can't predict it, there's nothing you could have done.
What do you think could be waiting for us there?
I think I see a cavern. Maybe more cellars? I think we've been careful enough. We still have the element of surprise.
I wouldn't be so sure. You haven't exactly been sneaking.
Or maybe not. Either way, once we go deeper, there will be no turning back.
Okay, point of no return. Got it. Well, I guess this is the time to wrap up this part. I'm gonna go, because I actually still have the mercenary to talk to. Like, I actually have still got the mercenary to talk to on top of a few other interesting tidbits that I should look into. Because if that's a point of no return, then I don't want to squander any other things before I, wrap everything up in a neat little bow. But yes, that was certainly something. I managed to actually find her and had 2 really high checks for shivers.
A few locusts, poor things.
Alright, now my empathy by default is just all around better.
The trap is filled, poor things.
Yeah, Phasmid's not there, and I'll check the other traps. One north and the other near Martinez. But yeah, I didn't think doing another shivers check would have had me be like, yes, this is it, the spot. Let's put on my empathy glasses. But yeah, when it said boardwalk, I was thinking, again, elevated, because snipers usually sometimes go for high vantage points. Can I go through here?
An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it. The door hasn't been opened in a long while. You see a handle.
Could this structure have been used to take the shot?
From here to the whirling? I can't see how. The church is in the way.
Just trying to open that goddamn door, man.
Just dead and dying, poor thing.
Still dead, dying locusts. Got it. Well, either way, we did at least get a lot of info. So now we're gonna get more info from the mercenary. And maybe... Nah, I probably wouldn't tell Titus until after... Yeah. Probably wouldn't tell Titus until after we found her. But at least we have an idea. So yeah, we'll try the empathy check on Kuno, and then we will try talking to the mercenary about finding his dead pal and how he feels about it. Oh wait, still one more trap to check.
The trap is full of locusts. Poor thing.
Still full. Those are some resilient locusts. go talk to Kuno. I mean, it's not going to be a perfect check, but it'll at least be better than what it was.
Fuck does Kuno care?
Wow, it still is bad.
Kuno doesn't fucking care?
Maybe I'll try the mercenary and then Kuno. Man, me missing that whiff on trying to slug on Kuno really screwed me over on trying to make that check.
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you!
Are you the mercenary hired by Wild Pines?
Hell no. I'm just an honest scab. I won't have talk like that around here. You understand?
Is there a tribunal being covened by any chance?
Fucking
He breathes out slowly, his giant chest deflating as his mouth slightly open.
You hear a tiny rattle, a small radio, cracking somewhere. An earpiece. I'm going to interpret that as a yes. There's a tribunal, and it won't be long until it's ready.
How about you fuck off now, huh?
Okay, of course.
There could be weapons aiming at us right now, somewhere above, in the buildings. The other merc. Don't push this, he's thinking. This is not the time. The man's breathing steadies, but his eyes are still narrow. Slowly, he's trying to get his right-to-work dance back on. It's hard to do that when you want to beat a man into a pulp instead.
I think you may be able to help me decipher some tattoos. Do I want to do this check or no? Or not a check, but just do I want to say this or not? This could be very bad. Like, very, very bad.
Don't think so.
Oh.
Suddenly, this feels like a really, really bad idea.
We're investigating a murder. These tattoos are on the victim's body.
Silence. He takes the photo. Grey eyes dart back and forth on the glossy surface. His face is unmoving, hard as a stone. But beneath it, you see dead flesh in colorful rivers of polychrome, melting skin and hair.
Fucking loincloths. Really did him in.
Loincloths?
Yeah.
He's clenching his teeth. There is silent pressure behind them.
Can you tell me what the tattoos mean?
What it means.
He points to one tiny star in the web of line, away from the man's heart, almost on his stomach.
I can tell you what this one means. Only one. You want to hear what happened here?
Sure.
Our colonel is deep in the bush here. Deep in the fucking bush. In Benital, 41. Monsoon season. He's on a reconnaissance mission.
Benital is one of the inhabited islands of the Seminese archipelago near the Pale. Covered in jungle, it was anchor point for the Seminese nationalists in the proxy war held on the islanders' territory.
He spent a month behind enemy lines, scouting kept villages. Nothing but fucking bugs and snakes for fun. Men are getting restless. There's talk of switching employers.
With some strange emotion, this is about to get really graphic. Last moment to back off.
Don't interrupt him.
Our boy. He's only a captain then, but he knows how these men think. If they don't see action soon.
His voice gets strangely quiet, a long, long way from right to work. His gaze pierces the paper.
At dawn, he comes upon two kips, breeding in the bushes by the river.
Oh, God.
Or maybe they weren't breeding. Maybe they were just making eyes at each other. I like to think they were breeding. We shot the boy. He was useless, but the girl, she was nice. A little fat, you know, but not too old. She was quite the entertainment for the week she lasted. Expired in the hands of Sarge Mason, the kind of guy who'd make Chief there shit his pants and cry like a bitch. God, Mason couldn't let go. Cut the tits off her cold body and fucking ate them. Said primitive spirits were watching over him now. Drowned in a creek a week later. Spirits my ass.
Something stirs in your stomach. There's a word on the tip of your tongue. Colorless, odorless. It's...
Oh. Evil.
You bet it was.
What is evil?
It's just nature. This guy used to say evil is when nature and spirit meet in the wrong place.
You were there?
No. I was in the domain. In Jamrock. Being a bouncer.
You're not really a scab leader, are you?
Fucking mask is getting sweaty. I want to take my mask off. But...
He's under orders. And orders are orders.
Can I have that back?
Go ahead. All right now. Free commerce! Keep the goods flowing!
On the photo in your hands, the dead man's skin is studded with stars. Tens, hundreds of them, glittering his dead skin.
When this goes up on YouTube, I will say that there is going to be a content warning on this. You can bet your ass on that. Oh. Union and cryptozoology business might end when you do. Wait, really? The cryptozoology is still being on? Okay, fuck. Jesus. Wow. Oh. So, yeah, they essentially tattooed their campaigns on their bodies. Oh. Titus, you should not be fighting these people. You should not be fighting these people.
Hey, was there something... Another thing? Yes? You're already set for...
I kind of want to do karaoke if that's possible.
The portal reel is just what you needed. You press the large button marked Commencer, and the tape starts spinning. There's a small delay before the song starts playing. It sounds like someone's moving in the room, getting comfortable. Then the organ starts playing a simple, melancholic tune, echoing in the hallway. A lone singing voice joins in, telling you about the tiniest church in Cessons, surrounded by even tinier yard. You almost feel the seaside mist on your skin. It's mega sad. Within seconds you know, this is the one, the real shit you've been looking for. The one you trust your room to that Claudia told you about. Perform it. A click. Then silence for a bit. Then the tape stops spinning.
Could I sing this for karaoke? I think I could sing it.
Of course you could sing this. You could take sad to a whole new level with this. And you already know the lyrics since you've listened to it like a million times. Yep, they're all here. All 3 verses. And the B-side of the tape contains the instrumental version. It's like the world itself is telling you to do it. Only one obstacle stands on your way.
What?
Gart. You have to convince Gart to let you sing karaoke in the whirling. After you've won him over, you can express yourself. Let the pain out. Make everyone understand. The lieutenant looks at you as you remove the tape from the boombox.
I think...
He doesn't say anything.
I think after that, explicit moment, I'm not even gonna front. That was hard to listen to, but... I think after that, I kind of want to just sing some karaoke.
Was there something you needed?
Gart, I need to sing karaoke now.
No, you don't. It's not happening.
He tries not to look at you. It's dangerous to acknowledge the karaoke man.
Why do you even have a PA system if no one's going to use it?
It's for no one. It's a prop. I'm not letting anyone use it after the great karaoke catastrophe of 44.
What happened in 44?
A lot of people got killed because some arsehole wanted to sing karaoke.
It's not a prop. It's for your clients. I know it's used.
Okay, yes. It's for some clients.
I'm a real client. I've paid my bills, and I have the right to use the karaoke machine.
Ha! Well, we don't have any tapes. They all got stolen.
Well, I've got my tape right here.
The man in the vest and the violet shirt stares at the tape you've just given him. He begins to frown. Hard. This is the look of a man who's defeated. He knows he's out of excuses.
Fine, fine. Climb on that stage and do your thing. Just get out of my hair. I'll plug it in for you. Damn this karaoke machine.
I'm having it uninstalled, he mumbles to himself. Oh yeah, time to do the damage.
This feels right. You belong here.
The stage is all set up for your performance. Feels silent. You can hear the pellets creak under your feet. You feel a little dizzy, a little unsteady suddenly.
So, are you ready for your thing now? Let me know when I should turn on the karaoke carousel.
Look, Kim, I'm going to sing karaoke.
I can see that.
Put your lips against the microphone to test it.
Immediately, a loud feedback noise startles the room. You feel like an amateur. How are you supposed to hold the mic? Should you just sing into it? Where should you stand? Hands. Where do you put your hands?
The hand conundrum. Too close to the mic. Look around the room first.
There are some people out there.
Oh, God.
But mostly, a post-meridian slumber has fallen on the premise. Not super lively. It would be wiser to perform in the evening, no? But the choice is yours.
I'm gonna fail that if I try it. I know I will. Do I even have clothes for drama? Man, those negative modifiers hurt you. Like, they strike hard. Alright. Drama. Savoir-faire. Did I have something else for drama, or was it just the...
The stage is... You feel it?
So, are you ready for your thing now? Let me know when I should turn on the karaoke carousel.
It's better. You know what?
The stage is all you feel.
So, are you ready for your thing now?
I at least want to
Let me
get
know
us.
when I should turn on the karaoke carousel.
I at least want to end it with a success. Ready? And...
The air is thick with anticipation.
I did it. Wow.
The tape
I fail in 92 and I somehow get this first try.
I would often go there. To the tiny church there. The smallest church in Saint-San. Though it once was larger. How the realm may rest there. Down through the mist there. Toward the Seven Sisters. Toward those pale cliffs there. I would often stay there. In that tiny yard there. I have been so glad here. Looking forward to the past here. But now, you are all alone. None of this matters. No, none of this matters at all.
I would often go there, to the Chinese church there, the smallest church in St. Sans, though it once was larger. How the rill may rest there, down through the mist there, toward the Seven Sisters, towards those pale cliffs there. I would often stay there, in the tiny yard there. I have been so glad here, looking forward to the past here. But now, you are all alone. None of this matters at all. A rather lonely applause. Goes through mostly empty cafeteria. It's Gart.
Yes, not bad at all.
Thank you, ancient reptilian brain.
No reply. There is silence now in the deep where the voice came from. It has receded into you, to return only in dreams and nightmares.
Thanks for bearing with me. I'm gonna get back to work now.
Yes. I'm going to unplug the microphone, okay?
Well, that was nice.
Ah, smallest church in Saint-Saëns, right?
Yeah, the church is actually my life. The church is actually my past.
Cool. Now, what can I do for you?
I did it. Yeah!
Yes? What is it?
Did you hear that? Did you hear me sing? Did you like it?
That was pretty good, Harry. Wasn't it, Jean?
That was. Yeah, that was absolute shit, if you want my opinion. Drunken shit. Haven't wanted anything to end this badly since I had cluster headaches. Horrible. Truly horrible. I beg of you, don't ever subject anyone to this torture again. I mean, seriously, you need to...
Who the fuck is this guy, Simon Cowell?
Jean, he's not right. Don't make it worse. And I really liked it.
She actually did.
Okay, goodbye. And you?
Again? I can't believe this shit.
How did you feel about it?
I see you found yourself a little something from my wardrobe. Not bad. Not bad at all. What brings you here?
Oh god, he has dialogue from wearing his robe? About this robe I'm wearing.
You can keep it. I don't mind. I can appreciate beauty when I see it.
It's like carrying a piece of you with me at all times.
Is it now? Well, enjoy it. Bye-bye, gendarme.
Well, fair to say that I think is actually a way more poignant way to end the stream, if I've ever seen one. Sorry for the really sudden heel turn and tone, but yeah, I felt like I needed to do something to fucking end that conversation. Holy shit. But yeah, I think that's where I'm going to end it for now, everybody. So thank you all for joining me on this one. The next stream, I'll just let you guys know when it comes around. And yeah, as I likely mentioned, for the YouTube thing, I'll put I'll just put content warning in the title, because yeah, that bit with Mr. Big Let's Right to Work guy, he did not leave a thing out. So yeah, I'll put it up in the title just to let you all know. So yeah, thank you all for joining me so much on this one, and I'll see you when I have more of this game to keep playing on, because I am enjoying this game a lot. Like, despite the gut punches of hardcore stuff, this game is still interesting and fun. So yeah, take care, everybody. I'll see you in the next one.